Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be working on my new sketchbook. Woo! In the last video, I did a tour of this sketchbook, which has technically my second ever finished sketchbook. The way I number them is just how the finished ones, basically. I just number the finished ones. So this is sketchbook 2, and the one before that was sketchbook 1. So this one will be sketchbook number 3. And in this video, I'm going to do the first page. And unlike the other one, I did actually leave this page or this side blank so that I will not be ruining anything on the other side and have to pivot very quickly. My plan is to use my Ohu markers to complete this drawing, and what I'll be drawing, I actually did in this sketchbook. When I was planning out the first page for this one, I came up with the idea of my little artisona and a little lunamoth, and then the sketchbook. I figured that fit more with the third sketchbook just because I had just redesigned my artisona like in December, like towards the end of December. So putting her on the first page didn't really make a lot of sense because she wasn't in the sketchbook until the very end. So I'll be doing this design in this sketchbook. And this might be a 2-part video series because I would love to do something on the cover. Obviously this one had beautiful embroidery, so I was not about to put anything on it. And then in my first sketchbook, I also had an ELO sketchbook. I didn't do anything with that one either, but it's just like the perfect canvas to do something on. The only problem is I think that means I'd have to use either acrylic paint or potentially Poscas, I guess technically could work, but I also have my Artex markers off to the side. So any of those mediums would probably work well on the cover, but I don't know if I'll get to that today. So today's goal is the first page, and in the next video, I'll work on the cover. Okay, so I've got my reference picture, I guess, my original sketch off to the side. You can kind of see this part here. I'm just gonna go ahead and sketch this in. Okay, so I've got the sketch done, except for my little Lunamoth pal. I think I would take a quick moment to show you the little Lunamoth drawings I've been doing. Oh, I guess I did redraw it here. Okay, here he is! My little boy! Little pal. I haven't finalized a design or anything on him. I was basically just practicing drawing chubby little Lunamoths. That's who's gonna be little guy right here. And he is flying. And I don't really have any references of him flying. I just have a bunch of like goofy ones. So I thought I would at least show that. Because I did kind of show it off when I was flipping to show that this page was blank on the other side. He doesn't have a name yet. He's gonna be a Lunamoth type moth, but I think I'll change the color scheme to match more of my persona, so more blues instead of the greens that you normally see. And yeah, this was just practice drawing him, and I love him very much. There we go, the sketch is done! Yippee! And one like quick thing I think I'm gonna do, maybe not for this one because I haven't decided on a cover yet, though I am leaning towards maybe doing a little guy. But I want to draw right is the right word? I want to write on the spine of this one and that one. I want to write on them and kind of actually say which sketchbook they are, because right now I'm just going off of what I know, and once we have two ELO sketchbooks it might get a little confusing. So I don't really know what will work best. I guess I'll go like this, because I have them sitting up like this on my shelf, but I can always just put a little one on the bottom. Oh, this is going to be scary, and I can't get super close because I'll stick my head in the camera, so we'll do one. Oh, that went on actually really smoothly. Hold on. So that's one. And then if I can do a thinner box around it. I'm gonna have to pull this out of frame. Give me a second and then I'll show you how it turned out. It's got some walk to it, but there it is. There's sketchbook number 1, and then I think I'll just write sketchbook on the side. These Artex markers actually didn't do too bad. I don't know if it's gonna like scrape off really easily, obviously, but it did pretty well. But I kind of want to test the Posca because this is obviously a brush tip, so that's why the one looks kind of wonky, because I had the like fatness of the marker. Okay, because the Poscas are water-based, I don't actually think they'll work super well, so I'm gonna just bend and ship on that one, and then I'll continue using the Artex marker. I'm gonna do the same thing to, oh, ew. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I don't hate it, actually. So that's what I said ew to, because it just kind of blended in with the fabric, obviously. It's not gonna just sit on top. But I don't hate it, so I think I'll stick with that. And then I'll just finish it off. There we go, sketchbook 2, yay! I know it's so simple, but it makes me so happy because it's something I've just been meaning to do for so long that I haven't done, and now look at them, I can tell which sketchbook is which when they're all on a shelf or in a pile. And now back to our regularly scheduled first page. I shut the blinds, so hopefully the lighting isn't so bad, but I would like to keep drawing, so I don't feel like stopping just because the lighting sucks. Oh wait, okay. I grabbed my fine liners because I was going to start inking the drawing, but I did tell myself that I wanted to do the coloring first and then do the line art to see if that made any difference in terms of like cleanliness or something. I don't know what I was thinking. What colors look nice? And I do have Copic charts, Ohu charts. These are the official Ohu swatch cards. I printed off the 320 color set because I think if you get the 320 and then the skin tone set and the grays, I think that's what this one is, then you have all of the Ohu markers, and I just wanted to see which ones I had. So here's this. I don't really think I'll be using any of these just because of how blue the color scheme is. And if I can figure it out, I'll put a picture up of my artist Sona on the screen so that you can actually see it. Unfortunately, I don't really have that many colors. I don't have that much colors, at least for blue. Like, obviously I have a ton of markers, but the blues are kind of lacking. And I don't know if maybe like a different color would work better, so we might have to do some color blending, which I'm not the best at, so this might go south really fast. But at least the sketch is immortalized on this page. I'm gonna lighten the sketch. Definitely some of this orange is still gonna show up underneath, which might be a bit of a problem, but I was too lazy to go get my blue color erase pencil. This is what we're doing. Unfortunately, you can't really see the wings. I guess you could kind of see them if they came out. Where would they come out? They'd come out like right here and go down. So I guess if I figure out where that sleeve ends and then do that, that could be a wing. Cool. I'll stick to the colors as best I can, and I guess we'll swatch them. I guess we'll just put them on here. Okay, cool. There's a very, very fast one. And then I'll lighten it so that the colors don't kind of blend together, because obviously orange. That can be fun. And then we got the horns. This is actually a great color. Oh well. Back to the cover. Remember to move the sheet, the protective sheet, so that my babies don't get ruined. And then this should cover the whole thing. This is so nerve-wracking, and my hand is like off the book, so I'm like extra uncomfortable. Basically just held my breath the whole time, so good luck if you want to hear me talk. I'm just gonna be quiet the whole time. There we go. I gotta add the cool gray, but we're making progress. Yippee! For how much ink I'm putting down on this paper, it hasn't bled through onto the card yet, technically. I'm sure if I just not used the card it would have, but it's a bit impressive. I didn't pick a color for shading, but I guess I can go ahead and ink it first, and then I need to decide what I want to do for my little guy over here, because like I said, he isn't fleshed out at all. Here's a 0.1 as well, because I do have some tiny details on the face that I think I would like to kind of keep small. That was B120. I just did it to kind of color in the wing. Actually, I think that B120 might actually work really well for the wings of this little guy. And then I think I'll do gold antenna as that's what Lunamoths normally have. I think I'll just keep the body white. I think it looks okay. Maybe like if I had a really pale blue I would do that, but I don't, so I'm going to stick with that. And I think I'll make the little swirlies this little blue-green color, PB9, and call that good for the markers, I guess. I think I'll go in with colored pencil and add a bit more like texture and stuff, so I guess add some maybe yellow to the horns. Wow, that doesn't show up at all. Cool. Cool beans. Not exactly surprising. Okay, the orange does. Okay, I think that's it. I don't know what else to do. I think that's gonna be it for me. And I'll see you next time when I actually do the cover. I'm really excited about it, so hopefully I do end up doing it. I don't know if it'll be the next video, but I definitely plan on doing it at some point at least. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in any of my social media links or anything else I have to offer, all my links are in the description, including the materials I used. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye!